What's up, my friend? Come over, come over. I will show you something. By the way, what is the best stadium in the world? Wembley? Nah, Wembley, I play there, is not that great. I play also in the World Cup Stadium. It's not that bad, but what I'm building now is the best street football pitch in the world on the top of Dubai. Welcome to the Urbanball Sky Pitch. Watch this video. I'm trying to build an entire pitch here. 5, 6, 7. We have to build the pitch on the rock, guys.
We have a lot of problems. We have like some stuff to avoid.
Here, Urbanball fight pitch right here.
It's not gonna happen in Qatar, guys. It's gonna happen in Dubai.
I told you I don't cheat. I told you I tell you the truth. Look at that. This is gonna be the Urbanball fight pitch. Yes, baby, with the best view in the world. And don't worry, guys. That's not gonna be the final pitch. That's just the floor. After that, we cover it with a knife. It's gonna be amazing. Yes, as I told you, I got cancelled from Qatar a couple of days ago. I was pissed, but I didn't give up. I set up here my own World Cup. Welcome to the Urbanball Sky Pitch. We are on the top of Dubai, actually in top of St. Regis Hotel, Nakheel Mall. We are in the Palm View. It's an amazing location. Look at the view. This is just amazing. We are creating the best street football pitch in the world. That's why we have the logo here, Urbanball Fight One-on-One. I'm looking for the best one-on-one player to come here and to play against each other. Are you one of them? Let me know in the comment below. But that's not it, because during that time, during the World Cup time, we decided to create and to launch my official podcast, Podball, where we're gonna welcome 18 guests, 18 different episodes, and the first episode is today. But before presenting the episode, what is so special about this pitch? Each guest will sign the pitch and we're gonna send this pitch to Brazil. We're gonna talk about that later, but let's discover the podcast setup. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to not miss any episode. Let me know in the comment which guest should come next time, and I see you for the next video. Welcome to Podball, the highest podcast in the world. We are on the top of Dubai, in the Palm, in the view, and we have two special guests today to be with me and to present the whole concept. So let me introduce them. The first one, we have Tam Khan. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, Sean. Thank you for having me in this beautiful location for Podball. Look at it, the view, 53 floors in the air. I've got a bit of a fright from the sight of this huge building, but at the same time, I feel safe. On a nice sofa, we've got an Urbanball, we've got a great guest, Islam. Yeah. Islam, the artist behind this beautiful pitch behind. Islam, welcome to the show, Podball.
Thank you so much for having me today with you. I'm so excited that I'm sitting with you here.
Islam, do you know the patterns you put on the pitch? Could you do something to my head? I've got no hair, maybe
I can
like a pretend spray tattoo?
We can paint whenever you want.
Nice.
I heard in Dubai we lost a lot of hair. You know, that's happened to me, it's starting to happen to me.
At least you've got braids, bro. Look at me. I think Kojak 2022. So, Sean, tell the viewers, what have we got behind us? I mean, yes, we're on a great platform, The View on the Palm. Thanks to them for letting us host this great podcast. But what is behind us? Tell me, what are these lights? What's this goal? What's this pitch about?
So, you know, everywhere in the world, we have the World Cup going on. We have football playing everywhere. But me, my specialty is street football. And everywhere I travel, I always see like super cool street football pitch. And I thought one day I will create my own World Cup in the top of somewhere with the craziest street football pitch ever. So we come up with this idea, the Urbanball fight pitch.
Well, I think the Qataris are going to be unhappy because you might be taking the spotlight away from the main World Cup. This is one of the craziest views I've ever seen. And I've traveled the world. I've been to many events in sport. But, I mean, what if you miss the goal? What happens then?
No, don't worry about that. You know, I mastered the ball, so it's okay. I will not miss the goal. We see it earlier. Okay, I think I got you. It's 1-1, actually.
Guys, there'll be some bloopers later on to see. I defeated Sean in his own game, but you guys be the judge of that when you see the footage.
Okay, they will decide. They will decide. But actually, I didn't do everything by myself. We have a full team behind that. And we have also an artist who did the full design. Islam.
Hi.
Islam, are you the man behind this beautiful design? I mean, you've got a team. What's your team called?
It's a Black Ink team.
Black
We're
Ink.
we're 3 artists We are 3 artists who did all this pitch in just 2 days.
Wow.
And is this your like? What do you do normally? You have projects like this before.
Yeah,
What's the craziest project you've ever had?
This is the insane project that we got.
Actually, I met you last time, in the
World-
convention. You
yeah,
were
in the
like,
World Art
yes.
Dubai, yeah.
You
we
know,
met
they were
there.
painting, and I said to my partner, Tolly, listen, I doing football, but I like to mix with other art. Like, let's do football with music, but also football with like graffiti and stuff.
Graffiti
And I
art.
saw this guy say, oh, can we come up with a cool idea on the pitch? Say, yeah, totally, no problem. And
Yeah.
Oh,
here we
for
are.
sure. Like your work's great. You know why? Because Palm Jumeirah, where we are in the view, is a 5-star facility.
Yeah.
It's kind of the Dubai bling, as you call it, and you've made it look urban, but
Yeah.
without losing its touch, which is very hard to do. So that shows your art craft is very good. And I mean, how long did it take you to do this?
Just like 2 days.
2 days, just 2 days.
Yeah,
Just,
just
2
2 days.
Okay, just 2 days.
Yeah,
See how
because we was excited to do it actually.
see how humble they are. And Podball, come on, Sean. I mean, you've got Islam here. You've got the great designers. What is Podball? I mean, to anyone who doesn't know football, what's the difference between this or normal games? When I see a lot of signs and things saying it's fight or it's urban or it's kind of aggressive, what is it to the people who don't really know?
Okay, so we're gonna have 2 main programs. The first one is Podball. This is the podcast side where we're gonna host 18 guests during this month. That's the first episode, and the goal for me is to showcase also the story behind the moves, because all the time you see the crazy video like playing against Neymar, playing against so many players, but you don't know like where those moves come from and what is their inspiration. And not only about me, I want the world to learn some stories, about football players, about artists, about fighters, And I think we all have a lot of things in common, especially passion. So that's the goal of Podball. Then we have the Urbanball fight. This is why the pitch is behind us. The Urbanball fight is a new format, one-on-one, and I like the storytelling on one-on-one. You cannot hide yourself behind your team. You have to
course.
play yourself against someone. And I feel, who is the biggest Instagram account?
Cristiano?
Yes, it's not Manchester United. But how long history Cristiano has compared to Manchester?
Of course.
20 years to 100 years. But why people, they like to follow individual. So my goal is like, when I go to favelas or when I travel the world, I see always people playing in the streets. But they don't have the highlight, they don't have the shine, nobody take care about them. So I thought if I set up a cool concept where I can spot the best talent and give them highlight, that's what I want to do. So we build this pitch and we want to spot the best talent in the world, bring them to Dubai and have some one-on-one fights.
I think I'm not even a football player, but I mean, for me, this would be a dream. Just having a 5-second one-on-one with you earlier when I got embarrassed, the feeling's amazing. I mean, if you look in the background, there's a sunset going on now. You've got the Dubai Eye there. We've got the Burj Al Arab behind. We've got the Atlantis there. I mean, you couldn't have picked a better location thanks to EX Sports. And I mean, which kind of guess, Islam, can you play football? I know you can draw well, but how do you fancy your chances one-on-one with Sean maybe?
Bro, actually I don't play football. I just watch football.
Yeah, but I mean,
So who will win the World Cup?
I think I'm with Saudi Arabia. Actually. Yeah.
Okay. Who do you think
I
will
hope
win the World
Saudi
Cup?
Arabia win.
for me, look, who I want is England because I'm born there. And I just like to see them when they won the last one in 1966. That's all they talk about. I think it's time. It's a very mixed group of mixed demographics. It's good. It shows the multicultural side of UK. I'd like to see them win, but I think I have a feeling Spain are the favourites, in my opinion.
Saudi Arabia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What
Especially,
about? I wonder who you want to win or who you think is going to win.
Oh, I want France to win
Yeah.
because I think it's going to be the first team back to back, right? Who win the World Cup. So that's going to be
I think actually
Brazil.
Uruguay. The first 2 World Cups are Uruguay.
Yeah, but 90-30, you
Yeah.
don't.
But
doesn't-
still, I'm right. I'm the fighter and the footballer got it wrong. But
No, I'm not a footballer. I'm a street footballer, bro. I'm a street footballer. I only play in the street. But I mean, I hope France will win. But from everything I see, I think Spain was the strongest in the first game.
Yeah.
But after the second game, I think France will come up more and more. You know?
yeah, that's the beauty of football because sometimes you start strong. England won 6-2 against Iran. Then the second game, it was a very dull 0-0 against USA. So, like you said, I think the best teams are the ones who can take their level to the next step when it goes to the knockout rounds because that's when the pressure's on. That's when the teams are warmed up. They got used to the climate. They've got used to the timings. Some of the kickoffs are 10 p.m. So maybe some of the players are just acclimatizing now. So I think you're right. I think the best teams will shine then. I mean, look at Germany. They were nearly out yesterday. But who knows? They could still qualify.
Exactly, everything can happen before the end of the game. I have a question for you guys, like because Podball is also a way to give some keys, to the audience and give them some tips how to be more successful. You are a background of fighter, you are a background of artist.
Yeah.
Like how you guys come up to be like, for example, a fighter, and like what's allowed you to perform in this industry, for example?
Well, when you have a face like mine, you can't be anything else but a fighter. Like, unfortunately, or Shrek's stunt double. I'm joking, but I'm not. But yeah, so as a kid, I used to grow up watching Mike Tyson, WWE. It used to be called WWF, Hulk Hogan. So we used to think this was real. Throwing my sister, because she was the closest to me in age, slamming elbows. Then Mike Tyson, and watching this, and I just fell in love with this. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone. So as a kid, you play with He-Man, you watch the cartoons, you want to be the alpha male, get muscle. So I tend to like these things, and then I just once came across UFC. I fell in love with the sport. The rest was history. I started learning jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and it was a passion of mine, like yourself. It wasn't to make money or for a job. I just enjoyed it, and for me, there's an old slogan: love what you do and do what you love. So it's brought me to sitting with you on this crazy roof. So it must have worked in some way,
So it's really similar. And if you have to pick two football players to play the one-on-one, who's gonna be?
Of all time or currently?
Whatever you want. If you have to set up the most successful game to inspire the youth to play one-on-one, exactly like when you see Tyson against anyone, that's what inspires you.
Yeah, for me, Maradona and Zidane.
Ooh, that's
for me, the greatest player ever is Maradona, very closely followed by Zidane. I think Maradona because of his character, but those two for me would be epic.
Yeah, that's actually a
it
great
would be
game.
epic. Yeah, that's like Ali Tyson.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And who will win?
I think
In this format, huh?
I think Maradona in this format. Zidane, all round, his style was to sit back and be a captain and delegate the game. But Maradona, the tricks he was doing, I saw interviews and people talking about what he used to do. I think he was ahead of his time.
I think so. I think so as well. Who do you pick if you have to make one-on-one here with two best players?
I would pick Cristiano Ronaldo
And
Messi.
The easiest
And I think
one.
Messi will win.
Messi will win?
Yeah, I think.
What do you think?
In this format, you're kind of right. In this format, maybe Messi.
Yeah.
I think because like you, this is a different game. There's some players who are long ball passers, some like Steven Gerrard, strong tacklers, but this is all about tricks, hustling, movement, and lower sense of gravity from what I've seen. And Messi and Maradona are built like that, tricksters,
I will disappoint you guys, but I think this Cristiano will destroy Messi.
Really?
Yes.
I'm with you, man.
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Why?
Because I think Cristiano has a background of a skiller.
Yeah.
And also, let's say he's more built to play 3 minutes in the row because this is so physical. It's 5 rounds of 3 minutes. So Messi is used to walk on the pitch.
Yeah.
He needs some time to recuperate. And after, I think Ronaldo don't need that. I think Ronaldo will be more
The machine.
Yes, he's a
More
machine.
powerful, man.
Yeah, I'd love to Ronaldo to win, but I just think he seems like he's a powerhouse where Messi does all these little tricks and things, but what do I know,
Let's
you
see.
know?
People will tell us in the comments.
Yeah.
Who will win, Messi or Ronaldo? That's the biggest question I got in football. Like when I go somewhere, all the time I heard like, oh, Messi or Ronaldo, not who will win the World Cup. Most of the time is who's your favorite player, Messi or Ronaldo. That's why I came up also with this one-on-one because I thought it would be so cool to create that, that game. Everybody wants to watch.
Do you think this is their last World Cup for Messi and Ronaldo? Do you
for
think this
sure.
is the last time we see them on the big stage?
On the big stage in the football, yes, I think.
But that means we've got one more stage for them, no?
Yes, we're calling you
Podball.
guys. We're calling you guys.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. And so, how did you come up to be like an artist? What inspired you, and how you become better actually?
Like when I grew up, I was looking like my brother. He was an artist, but he's just doing sketches on the books and all these things, And I said like I want to do something like him, or maybe I want to do something better than him. And then when I teach myself, I was inspired by hip hop culture. I'm listening to music, hip hop music, and I said like, I have to try something new here in Dubai maybe. And I said like, let's try like doing graffiti with a spray paint and all these.
When did you start? And in Dubai it's not really allowed. I think those things back then. No.
Back in my house.
Okay, in your
Yeah,
house,
in my
in the
house.
wall.
Yeah,
So
on the
what your
wall.
parents said?
they was agree with me.
Yeah, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
you have
was
good
supporting
parents.
me.
I want to
actually.
see your house now, bro.
Yeah.
It must be
It's
insane.
like a gallery. So they supported me. Like they said, do whatever you love. And from that point, I became like, I can tell about myself. I became a professional graffiti artist.
That's a really good point. You know, what I think is his parents support him. But
Yeah.
sometimes your parent doesn't support him.
Yeah.
You know, when you want to do like stuff. What's happened to you? Do your parents was agree like you become a
Yeah.
fighter or like?
My parents, of course, not to be professional, but they said, do your studies, go to college, do this, and once you do this, you decide what you want to do. So they were supportive in that way. I
Yeah.
think parents in general, you need to give the kids the basics. Obviously, if they just play football and this, only 1% make it to that big stage, as you know. Same as fighting, the same as art. So I think the best thing for parents is to be supportive, but not overly supportive and not underly. So don't pressure them, even if they play. Oh, you lost, you're not so good. Let them enjoy it, and whatever they feel attracted to or what they feel natural, they'll do themselves anyway.
Yeah,
Life's
exactly.
like that. One day you might put them in school to be medical, become a doctor. His last year, he might be a great basketball player or a YouTuber. Who knows? The world's changed. It's all social media, you know?
Yeah.
And nowadays, it was playing football in the park. Now everyone's on a computer.
Yeah, that's a big change. Actually, for me, my parents didn't understand anything about freestyle. Like the first time they see me performing on the street, my father, he still tell me when you're gonna start a real job. They still tell me that every single day. Like
We're
when you
facing
start
the
something
same
real.
question.
Yeah, all the time. But you know, I think like with time now, with social media, we say a lot of things about social media. But I think now social media also open eyes to maybe parents because they see also the kids can have different opportunity. Before was having a normal job, 8 to 5, for example, you know, be a doctor, lawyer, you know. But now we have more story about entrepreneur, about story about like successful people in different area. We have, for example, you say about YouTuber. If your kid tell you like I want to be a YouTuber, do you allow him?
As long as it's not OnlyFans, yes.
That's a
As
good
long
one.
as it's normal YouTube, computer games or something. Look, for me, as you know, when you're a father, you look at our parents, how strict they were. I'm soft. They say, I want this, Baba, and I give it to them. So I'm not even a strict parent.
You're
but
not a strict parent.
I'm
You used
not.
to throw your sister, and now you're
Yeah,
like chilling
because
with
I have
your kid.
daughters, and for me, they have me wrap around their little fingers, and they know they want the toy, they want this, and my wife complains because I think they're going to be obese by the time they're 10 because I give sweets, ice cream. So I'm soft like that, but at the end of the day, I think support them whatever they want to do, but also you have to guide them and say, look, try this, try that. You're 1 in a million to what you've achieved, so it's not easy, like yourself. It takes time and hard work. So if you choose one path, put 100% into this because you cannot do 50%, 50% this.
That's
The
what I'm doing now.
Yeah, the successful people put all their work into it, work hard for those first years, then the rest of the time you can enjoy the benefits, you know?
By the way, I'm only 22 years old.
Ooh.
Yeah,
And how did you educate yourself to be better in your art?
I've challenged myself. Like I've looking on the YouTube, like people painting on the big murals on the buildings. Like I said, I can do it. Like it's not that hard for me. And on that way, I became like teaching myself every day, practicing every day,
Practicing.
practicing there.
How many time did you practice to master your art? Like how long it take you to become like good?
Maybe when I started graffiti, like from 2016, I think, when it was my first start on the wall. From that time until this time, like 7 years maybe.
7 years.
Yeah.
And you, how long it take you to master the art of combat sports?
I think my first day in school, I was in that area, was kind of racist. So I was thrown into the wolf pack. So I had to learn then. They tried to attack me from school. My mother grabbed me, put me in a gym, said, become a man now. No crying, don't be soft. And
Your mother.
my mother, yeah.
Wow.
She is like, yeah, the boss. Never be scared, never cry, go back. If they don't bully anyone, if they hit you, hit them back. So she threw me in a gym and the rest is
Do
history.
you remember that day?
I remember my first day. Now, you know, even years after that, when I grew quite quick and I became quite strong, I was thinking, let me catch this guy. But then I maybe see him once and it would have been silly and I just laughed, you know, because this is part of growing up, you know, and this is the world it is. I was maybe a bit of a bad bully in my time. Everyone's had bad times and good times, but you should never regret anything which makes you where you are and the choices you make. I've had ups and downs like yourself, you can say. Sometimes you think, is it worth the risk? Is it going to pay off? Am I drawing all this? Maybe something never comes. But now look, you're in something part of history with Sean today. Look at this pitch, the view on a podcast. And I think always just be positive, ups and downs, and keep going. And I think you can't, whatever's destined for you is destined.
Especially at the beginning of any project, you know, it's super hard to know if you're going to be successful or not. And it's, as you said before, the passion drives you.
Yeah.
Like if you have the passion inside you, you're convinced 100% you're going to achieve something. You don't know what, you're going to when and where, but you have to keep going. And that's also this project actually.
It's not even work, is it? This is not, for you, this is work, but it's not. You're enjoying it, you're doing what you love, you're around good people, you're talking about something you like. So you're reaping the benefits of what you do. So for you, I won't even call it work. I'd say you're doing what you love. It's a passion.
That's why my wife told me all the time, why you say you work all the time? I mean, you don't work, you enjoy yourself. No, it's work. So we have this debate all the time.
Yeah, no, it's work, but I mean, when it's so enjoyable and you know you've achieved and it's a passion, for you guys, it's not work. You enjoy. Like I go to my gym, I sit with members, I talk to them, I mingle, I see what's going on. And for me, it's just socializing. I enjoy it.
Hours on it, like, and then you don't feel the time. Like you just do it, like maybe 10 hours, 20 hours, whatever the time, but you do it. You're enjoying.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and also you build yourself. I feel you build your character, you build your personality, and it's an important part. You know, back then when I was playing football, I was so shy. So when the coach shouted at me, I was like, you know, I'm not confident to do it again, to dribble again, or to do something like that. Okay, so next ball I pass the ball. But you know, now I build this character, Séan with the bread, you know, a bit fancy and everything. So it's allowed me to express more. And I feel like it's coming with the time, trying like when you are against your wall, you build your character. When you're in front of the bag, you build your character. For me, it was being with the ball in the middle of nowhere. Now it's not nowhere, but it was like that before. And building your character. And I think it's important, you know, for the youth, like to think, oh, you need time to build yourself, to build your character, be passionate, and something will happen at one moment.
Yeah, and it shows your true self when you have a passion, like you said, your character. This is a true reflection of your real character. Maybe, and sometimes you sit in front of 600 people in a meeting talking about finance, you'll be shy, me myself. But when you put you with a ball in front of millions, then it lets out your charisma, and you can't teach that. It might not be your mic. You might be loud, you might be quiet, but that is your character. That's your thing. So you could be zoned out, some Nas, some Jay-Z, hip hop, and for 10 hours. And we'll be like, what's he doing? But that's your zone. That's your character. So everyone has their own styles. And that's what's great about this world. And Dubai, how many cultures mix, how many different professions, the view. Look at this, mashallah, like the sunset, the moon, like it's honestly a blessing. So for me, this is like a dream come true, you know, just to be sitting here.
Guys, I have a surprise for you. I have a bit of a challenge.
Okay.
We set up a new game with Urbanball, and I want you to test it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, I've never turned a challenge this day, but I'm a bit nervous.
You don't have to step on the pitch. It's actually like a mobile game.
Okay.
So basically part of our program, we do the one-on-one, okay? We spot the talents, you know, we rank themselves, we create their NFT, and we put them in the first ever play to earn street football game.
Nice.
And the first stage of this game is a trick shot challenge. So all the guests who will come to this podcast will try, and we have a leaderboard at the end. Whoever wins the leaderboard get $10,000 for the charity of its choice.
Wow, that's a very good.
So we're gonna get the game. You know how? Okay. Who wants to start first?
The older.
Oh, okay, older.
Okay.
How you know I'm not 18? I just had a hard life.
Screen record is done. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, at the end.
Okay, so you want me to play?
Yeah, so press start.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna ask you some questions when you start. Okay? In the same time to disconcentrate you a bit. When you are on, you tell us.
Okay.
You are on?
Trick shot, yeah? I'll tell you when I'm on. Okay, I'm on. Now,
okay.
I just have to flick?
Yeah, and you have to touch the target.
Okay.
And as quick as possible. So you have 1 minute for that. Okay? So, but in the same time, I would like to know who won the Champions League last year.
Was that Bayern Munich?
I have no idea, bro. Okay. Who was the Ballon d'Or this year?
This year was
Come on, you know.
Benzema.
Okay. Tell me 5 names of the English national team.
Saka, Sterling, Kane.
No.
I'm forgetting now.
What happened?
What's his name?
You're struggling a bit, eh?
Bro, I'm forgetting.
Yeah, $10,000.
Maguire.
Okay, it's good this one. Huh?
And
How do you feel about Maguire in the national team?
I think he's okay. I think he gets too much stick on memes from the commentary team.
Yeah, true.
I think I'm probably the worst player ever.
You
on
lost?
This game.
What's
Total
your
score is 400.
400. 400, nice. How is it 400 for the specialist? It's bad. No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's 400. 400 only. Tam, what's happened?
I don't think I hit one target, honestly.
Bro, I tell you, to want $10,000 to win for the charity of your choice. It's okay, you're always on the show.
Okay, so
you have more
I have
time.
more chances.
Yes, but everybody play one the first. I didn't even play myself. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So, should I go menu? Okay. Yeah, okay. Then you
Bro,
go trick shot.
I don't know anything about football. Just
Bro,
don't ask me
you
about
practice
football.
in front of the wall
Just don't go
now.
on to Tinder, yeah? Stay on the game.
Trick shot. And let's go. So you have to target any target the fastest possible. So Islam,
Yeah.
who is your favorite artist as a graffiti artist? Favorite graffiti
I would
artist?
say myself.
Okay. Yourself? Okay. Tell me 5 names in the Saudi national team.
Yasser Al-Shahrani.
Okay. He struggled a bit, I feel.
I'm
Huh?
struggling.
He's constantly he want to win
I
the
don't-
10,000.
I'm not sure if anyone in this studio outside would know the answer, but listen.
Come on, I have only one name. Come on, Islam. I need more names. I cannot do 2 things at the same time. So when your parents talk to you when you're painting something, you reply to them or not?
Nah, bro.
You
I just forget
He's in the
everything.
mood. He's in the zone now. Can we have a second name of Saudi Arabia? Yeah, you have to reply. Otherwise, I didn't give you the price. You don't want?
I'm just focusing.
Do
bro.
you think Saudi Arabia can win the World Cup?
I hope so.
You hope so?
Yeah.
He want to beat you. That's the only thing he wants to
Bro.
do.
What's your score?
What's the score? Oh! 2,560.
Are you sure mine was 400? I need to look.
Bro, you are terrible.
You know what? I think mine was 40,000, okay? 40,000. I think I just didn't count properly.
Wow. Amazing.
Did you actually hit the target?
Yeah.
I missed every one,
Bro,
I
I
think.
was focusing, man.
Look at these fat fingers. What can I'm like this.
Too big finger, you know, fight too much in the
It was
in the
like
past.
this.
Yeah, so if you have to give 10,000 for the charity of your choice, what you gonna do with?
Did I choose a charity?
Yeah? Charity or project or whatever.
Maybe for children. Maybe.
For children?
Yeah.
Because you want to support
Yeah.
children.
Yeah. Like people have skills that want to show up their skills. Like I want to support them.
Okay,
If I have the choice,
That's
I
good.
would support them.
that's a cool one.
Like a facility for young kids to give opportunities
For,
to study.
for
and-
the youth kids.
yeah, the ones who can't maybe afford uni
Yeah.
and college. Yeah,
Yeah.
very nice.
That's
I
what I
understand.
see also in football player. They do, especially players who come from Africa. I was to the Mamadou Sakho charity donation last time,
Yeah.
and he's trying to build like orphanage or like football pitch also for the kids in Africa. So I see some of them like giving back
I
in
think
school.
this is amazing, and I think footballers, especially, they're so successful. They have a lot of money. They have everything. I mean, what do you need for? And I think giving back. The reason they're there is because they had the opportunity. So give back to the next generation. I think there's nothing better. You cannot buy this feeling, you know, of giving back, and it's not something you need to share or show off with. It's a feeling in your heart where you see someone happy, or
Yeah.
you do a skill with some kid fan. It changes their. You might think it's just a normal kid. For them, they changed their life forever. They keep this clip forever, or they show their friends on Snapchat. So yeah, I think giving back is the most important part of all industries. You know.
Do you know what we do with the pitch? How we give it back?
No, but if you don't, if you just throw it away, I'll be very upset, guys. You know what I'm
No, we
saying?
don't do that. Actually, you are invited to sign the pitch. You already do it because this is
Yeah.
your own pitch, right? But we all gonna sign it. Every single guest who will come here will play a bit the ball, sign it, and we're gonna send this pitch to Brazil in one of the favelas for the social project.
Wow. So
That's-
it'll be limitless and timeless. They'll always be playing on this.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So that's what we do with the pitch, and that's how the project is will finish actually.
I can't even concentrate on this podcast because the view is, mashallah, it's one of the best things I've ever seen, honestly. Like, I don't think anyone's going to comprehend how good this podcast view is. Joe Rogan, Impulsive, you name them, nothing compares to Podball on the View on the Palm. I'm telling you, open challenge to find a better podcast location in the world. I don't think you'll find one.
You hear that, guys? Thank you so much to tuning and to coming to the podcast. I really
My pleasure. I might just move here with my family. If someone get me a mattress and some duvets, I think I've found my new house.
Yeah, what about we put a screen and we watch the World Cup
Yeah,
final
let's do
here?
it. Let's do it.
Everybody who want to come up, just come here at the Palm of the View and we see the next episode. If you want to see another episode, just click on the face of Islam or the face of Tam Khan right here, you know. This ugly face we cover. And I see you next time for the next episode. Bra.